This is genuinely insane. Did the Leafs just cross a line?
Quick reminder for Leafs Nation, if you're a diehard Toronto fan and you're still bleeding blue and white, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It's the best way to stay updated every single day on our journey.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're putting a laser focus on some really high-stakes decisions unfolding in Toronto.
Yeah, the Maple Leafs organization is they're being forced into a couple of critical roster choices.
And these are choices that will define their season and, maybe even their next half-decade. We're not talking about minor tweaks here.
Not at all. We've taken a deep dive into the latest intelligence, and it's mostly coming from Nick Cyprios' reporting. It details one decision in net that he calls inevitable.
Okay, and the other one?
The other one is a situation with a forward that, nobody saw coming. A truly, truly unexpected valuation.
All right, let's unpack this. Our mission here is to get beyond the rumors. We need to look at the strategic risk, the cap implications, and what management is really after as we, barrel toward the trade deadline.
And this is all happening while they're positioning themselves as contenders. This isn't just shuffling players. It's about the entire trajectory of the organization.
So we have to start with the inevitable, the logjam in net.
Exactly. The reports confirm Anthony Stolarz is the viable and necessary trade chip to resolve it.
But that comes with a big assumption, right? That he comes back from this injury healthy and actually plays well.
Of course. That's the entire foundation of his trade value. He has to perform.
The thing that makes this so compelling is just the market scarcity. The whole league is starved for competent goaltending.
It is. So if Stolarz comes back and is even just a capable NHL backup, say a .900 save percentage, solid positioning.
He instantly becomes one of their most attractive assets,
Right.
Far more valuable than some mid-round pick because teams are genuinely panicked right now.
And what's so fascinating is that this isn't some luxury choice for the Leafs. It's an organizational deadline that is forcing their hand.
Explain that. What's the deadline?
If they keep both Stolarz and Joseph Woll on the roster next season, they will almost certainly lose Dennis Hildeby to waivers. Management is backed into a corner.
So they have until the summer to make a move, or they risk giving away a high-potential asset for nothing?
For absolutely nothing. And you can't just gloss over that risk.
No, you can't. And yeah, I know he had that tough showing recently.
But let's be fair, that loss wasn't entirely on him.
Not at all. The travel was brutal. They were facing the best team in the league on a back-to-back. And the whole team they ran out of gas.
Right. So you zoom out from that one game and you see his overall performance is so strong that he would absolutely be claimed. A team like Seattle or Columbus would snap him up in a second.
Well, that's the definitive consensus, right?
It is. But look, this is a good problem to have. The Leafs are in a really enviable position in terms of their goaltending depth.
For sure. You have Woll, you have Stolarz, Hildeby in the AHL, and then prospects like Peska and Akhtiamov even further down the system. That kind of stability is rare.
So rare.
But let's get specific on Hildeby's development, because that really shows how big a loss he'd be. The scouting report is pretty clear. Despite his size, he has some deficiencies.
He does. He still needs to iron them out with the Marlies.
And we're talking about pretty specific technical details, like getting beaten up high, especially on the blocker side. Why is that so crucial?
It's a classic challenge for big goalies. You have a guy with Hildeby's frame, you expect him to just use that size to take away the top of the net.
And when opponents are consistently beating you high on the blocker side,
It usually points to a subtle issue. Maybe with his glove and blocker positioning, or maybe the speed of his drop into the butterfly. It's fixable, but it shows he's still a project.
he needs that protection. Another year of AHL seasoning, which is exactly why the waiver exposure is such a management headache.
A huge headache.
Okay, so this brings up the question of timing. You mentioned the market is starved for goalies. Wouldn't the Leafs get a much better return right now, mid-season, while teams are panicking?
That's the compelling argument, I think. You wait until the offseason and maybe there are a few more free agent options. The market cools off a bit.
And they need help now. I mean, we all see it. They need help on the blue line.
Desperately. If they're serious about a push this year, they need a rugged, reliable top four defenseman, probably a right-hand shot who can eat minutes.
And trading Stolarz now is their best path to getting that player. Much better than trading Hildeby in the summer for, future picks or something.
I agree, but it all comes with that massive flashing caveat.
His performance when he returns.
Exactly. If he comes back and looks rough, his trade value just evaporates. It's gone.
But on the other hand, if he's just solid, like we said, a .900 save percentage, A lot of teams would see that as a huge upgrade. Some are running goalies with sub .880 numbers right now.
It's a calculated gamble. They have to have faith in his health and his ability to step right back in.
So while Stoller seems like the obvious trade chip now, we should probably acknowledge the other scenario.
That they could trade Hildeby instead.
Right, in the summer. If they decide Stolar's is the better long-term backup for Woll, the decision to move a goalie is forced, but which goalie is still flexible?
That's a good way to put it. The move is inevitable, the player is not.
Okay, let's make a hard pivot now. Let's go to the report that left everyone, including us, just scratching our heads.
The Bobby McMahon conundrum.
This is the shocking one.
It really is. So, Cyprios reports that McMahon, who's an unrestricted free agent this summer, could get as much as $4 million per season on the open market.
$4 million?
And here's the kicker. If the Leafs decide to go the other way, meaning trade him before the deadline, they could get 2 quality pieces back.
$4 million. I mean, that is just an unbelievable number when you think about where he was just a couple of years ago.
It's a huge jump.
Analytics sites like MoneyPuck, they had him projected closer to $3 million. For a bottom 6 forward, $4 million is a premium price.
It absolutely is. But this speaks directly to the rising salary cap. Everyone knows it's going up, so players are getting paid over their historical projection.
Okay, but it's more than just the cap, isn't it?
It has to be. The valuation isn't just based on, goals and assists. Some of the deeper analytic models last year assessed McMahon as playing at a $5 million pace when he was put in certain situations.
Wow. Okay, so other teams are looking at his toolkit and they're seeing a $4 to $5 million player who's just being paid a bargain basement price right now.
Exactly. The narrative around him is just, it's wild.
We are talking about a guy who was put on waivers and went completely unclaimed not that long ago. The turnaround is just astounding.
It's a massive credit to player development, and it leads you right to the core debate for management. Do you pay the man, or do you cash in on this shocking trade value?
The argument for keeping him feels incredibly strong. I mean, he is a huge reason they turned their season completely around. He helped establish a winning identity.
And he's still relatively young. That adds a lot of value for an extension.
When you really break down his game this year, he's become that consistent engine they needed. He is so fast.
Some scouts say he's the fastest straight-line skater on that whole team.
He plays that bang and crash style, he's scoring goals, and crucially, he gives you that versatility. He can play on the fourth line and create chaos, or you can bump him up to the first line if someone gets hurt and he doesn't look out of place.
The versatility is gold for a contending team, especially in the playoffs. And you touched on the development. The reports all highlight the coaching guidance he's gotten this year. They call it BREW.
Right, the system and the skill coaching.
It helped him harness all those flashes of skill that used to be so intermittent. Now he's bringing it every single night.
Okay, so given all that, his instrumental role, I have to challenge the whole idea of trading him. Why would you trade an integral piece for 2 quality pieces? You're trading a known value for, what, potential uncertainty?
That is the perfect question. And the source material gives a very, very high bar for a McMahon trade.
Which is?
The only scenario where you can justify moving him is if the Leafs are in a significant free fall by the deadline. Not just a couple points out, but really